guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from Heart. So this is your love reading for July 2018. We're doing again couples and singles. I think it's only fair just to do the both for singles and couples, okay? So firstly we do couples. Please check out the description bar below, Taurus, because it's time-stamped when single starts, okay? So with that being said, what we're going to do now is we are going to show you what we're using. We're using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, one of my favourite decks, beautiful. And your advice card is going to be the Romance Angels, alright? So we're going to move this to this side here. And we are going to just have a look at what your advice card is firstly. I like to pull out the advice card and just see how everything fits in afterwards. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for coupled Taurus for July 2018? What is the advice that you have for coupled up Taurians? So I've got fluff all over my table, which I hate seeing on screen. It's quite annoying, really. It's a black velvet sort of cover, and I get a lot of, you know, fluff on it. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Taurus couples for the month of July 2018? Those Taurus people who are in couples, what is the advice you have for them for the month of July 2018? Show me. Let's have a look. So it's saying getting to know each other. That's your advice card. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I think that this is really about talking to the partner. I know it's a bit cliched, you know, oh, just talk, you know, but it is. It is. The more that you kind of unveil what's going on inside, the more that you're able to open up to the partner and be, you know, honest and open, the more that your bond is going to deepen, okay? So let's have a look at what the situation is. Just going to put these cards back in like so. All right, so let's have a look. So, Universe Spirit, what is the situation for coupled up? So we've got that flicked out quite ardently. 9 of Coins is your present situation. Show me the other cards around this, please, for coupled up Taurus people. What's going on for Taurus people who are in couples in the month of July 2018? Show me. Let's split the deck like this, 3, and collect it back up. So I have to turn the cards around, so none of this is reversed, by the way, so you get to see what's going on. So this is what your challenge is. This is the reason that everything is happening here. Let's just move this across so we've got a good view on the camera of everything. This is the reason that everything is happening. This is the recent past, and this is the most likely outcome for coupled up Taurus people in the month of July 2018. This is sort of around the 2-week mark into July 2018. This is right now the external factors for your relationship, what's going on. This is the influences coming in. This is the hopes or fears area, and this is the overall outcome. I'm going to push this down just a little bit here so we get to see everything on the screen. It looks nice and tidy like so. I hope it looks nice and tidy. It looks a bit wonky at the minute. I hate things that look wonky on screen. It's really quite annoying. Sorry about that. There's a door ringing. I don't think I've got anything coming to my home today. Have I got anything arriving at my home today? No. So therefore, yeah, I don't know who that is. Okay, because if I get up, then it will disturb. It's more than likely somebody's delivering a package for someone else and decided to ring on my door. Anyway, I don't have anything coming today, do I? No, I don't. I don't have anything coming today. Okay, so the advice is getting to know each other. Let's have a look. So the present situation is all about the 9 of Coins. And the 9 of Coins, you know, when it comes to love, this is the card, if you're in a coupled up relationship, this is the card that suggests somebody feels on their own. You might have everything. You might have luxury of nice clothing, nice food, a nice home that you live in with this 9 of Coins. You might have, you know, money, for example, in the bank. Your partner might take care of you, might look after you. You know, it's the card that says that you've got the, you know, material comfort. But the one thing with the 9 of Coins that somebody doesn't have is love. Or they don't feel that the partner is showing them, you know, emotional, romantic stuff. You know, this is the card that says, I've got everything in the relationship, but I don't actually have, you know, the most important facet of the relationship, which is, you know, togetherness. So it might be the focus for the month is all about probably being alone within this relationship for some of you guys. Now, what's influencing that is the moon, and the moon suggests maybe there's something to do with, because what's influencing you being alone with this Nine of Coins. Now the moon is a tricky card, because it says that what's influencing you guys focusing on being on your own, perhaps for some of you guys, there might be some secrets here, and it might be secrets that the partner is hiding, because the moon energy represents things that somebody is hiding. So it might be that the energy for the month is you guys feeling probably on your own in the relationship, because what's influencing this with that moon energy might be things that are being hidden from you, secrets, things that you can't see, things that are kind of, you know, not in view. We'll see what the secret is in a moment, or what the potential is around that secret with the moon energy. Now, at the root issue, why everything is happening this way in that month, is because of a King of Cups, Taurus. This could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual. King of Cups can be male or female. A lot of readers want to read kings and queens as male or female. I don't always do that. Sometimes I can see that this would be a male or a female. So, and because males and females watch the video, it could be either. So this could be a male or a female King of Cups, a water sign individual, around you with this King of Cups energy. Or it might be that somebody has the traits of the King of Cups. Usually this should be somebody who's quite nice, quite sweet, quite supportive. In the reverse, this is usually somebody who hides a lot of stuff. But anyway, it's referring maybe to a water sign individual that's doing this. And in the recent past around that water sign individual, oh, there's two people here. There's a King of Pentacles. You've experienced a King of Pentacles, but the King of Pentacles is you, because Taurus is King of Pentacles. So if you're a Taurus person, you can be a King of Pentacles. Now, in the recent past, we can see the King of Pentacles is looking at the Pentacles. So he's looking at money, for example. So I don't know whether there's anything to do with, or he's looking at something that is, he's looking at something material with the King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles, when it comes to love, is a very traditional individual. I think that this King of Cups, the reason that everything is happening is because of a King of Cups. And I think that this King of Cups is hiding something, which is why you guys have been feeling probably a little bit, you're not worrying though, which is interesting. You're not showing us a Nine of Swords, you're not showing us worrying, but you are showing us somebody who probably feels slightly alone with the Nine of Coins energy. The focus with the Nine of Coins, it might also be something to do with money. The focus might be on assets. Possibly the root issue is about a King of Cups that's keeping a lot of secrets here, for example, with the Moon energy. If you get King of Cups and Moon, or sometimes this is somebody who can be depressed. There's emotional depression going on, or maybe some form of an addiction, especially if you get that Devil card showing up as well. But I think this King of Cups is hiding something from you. And in the recent past, I think that you've experienced yourself as a King of Pentacles, because this is the card of Taurus, so that's you. Alright, and I think as a King of Pentacles, it's almost like you've been trying to take control of the situation as the King of Pentacles energy. So this is the person that tries to ground things, okay? This is the person that tries to take control of situations. Remember, Pentacles represent the everyday life that we lead. So I think that you've been trying to take control of the situation in the recent past. Now, the most likely outcome for this situation, Taurus, for you guys who are actually in relationships, the most likely outcome will be, well, you've got disappointment coming in, Three of Swords. Possibly arguments with that Three of Swords energy showing here. I am not saying for you coupled up Taurians that this is a third party, but this person is hiding something. I think there's a person around you that's hiding something here with the Moon, which is why you might be feeling, also remember the Nine of Pentacles means to feel isolated in your gilded cage though. So the Nine of Pentacles can mean somebody who feels very isolated with the Nine of Coins energy. It's an isolate. If you get it with a female, like with a Queen, it might be a woman who's isolated, who feels isolated. If you get a Nine of Swords, somebody who feels very isolated and who's worried. Alright, so I think that this is actually dealing with the themes of isolation, because this individual here is hiding stuff with you, from you. And I think you are the King of Pentacles, Taurus, that you've been trying to take the control in the recent past. It's like a chess game in a way, but it's saying the most likely outcome is that it might be that there is, if you've been trying to take control, it might be the most likely outcome is that this person's going to lie to you, because the Three of Swords also represents when somebody's telling you lies. So it might be this King of Cups is lying to you with that Three of Swords, or there's going to be some disappointment, or maybe some arguments with that Three of Swords energy. Coming in the first 2 weeks, around the first 2 weeks of July 2018, what you've got coming in, Taurus, is the Star. So it's good. There's healing, I think, that's going to occur here. There's, you know, good things. There's manifestation of hopes, dreams and wishes. But I think just looking at the train of energy with the reading coupled up Taurians, I think that there is healing here with the Star. There's some hope coming in with this Star energy. Now, you guys, the external factors for your relationship right now, three 3 people showing here. There's a group. So the external factors is showing a group here. This might also be gossip with the 3 of Cups, or it could be a third party person. But as a result of that, you're feeling isolated. I think there's a group of people here. I'm not saying it's a third party situation. We do have 2 threes which show it involves more than one person. But I think that this situation is involving a group. And I think that you guys, as a result of that 3 of Cups energy, you've been feeling very isolated with that 9 of Cups, because the root issue is all about this King of Cups, this person here who's hiding a secret. Might be a third party, but I don't think it's that, because you guys are feeling isolated. It's not like there's the 3 of Cups is the external factors, and as a result of that you're feeling worried. 9 of Swords, so third party feeling worried because the King of Cups is hiding a secret. I think that there's been some gossip here, but I don't even think it's gossip. I think this might be a family matter, for example. Cups usually deal with issues to do with the family as well, because they're emotional issues. Alright, so this might be a group of people. This might be... But the external factors could be something to do with, I don't know, whether this is engagement or marriage or celebration or pregnancy perhaps with this 3 of Cups, you know, making us 3 instead of 2, for example, with that 3 of Cups. But there's something to do with more than one person here with the 3 of Cups. And you guys feeling isolated because this person here is hiding a secret. So you've been trying to take control of the secret, I think, with the King of Cups being a Taurus energy, which is you. But I think that you're going to end up feeling very disappointed. There is hope coming in the immediate future, 2 weeks into July perhaps, for this star energy to kick in. Influence is coming in around that. There will be, and this is where you're going to receive your answers with the Justice energy. So I think the Justice energy says that you guys are actually going to receive your answers with the Justice energy, because there's hope coming in the first 2 weeks. You'll receive your answer with the Justice energy. Hopes or fears? Well, the hopes are for some positive changes with the Wheel of Fortune. Better. So things are going to, you know, actually improve with this Wheel of Fortune energy. What's the overall outcome for the month? Well, the 2 of Swords. So 2 of Swords is being in 2 minds or indecision. I think you get your answer, but I think that it leaves you at a place where you're undecided with this 2 of Swords energy. So I think the answer that you get here, you're probably not going to like. We're going to get some clarifiers on this. So what's this 3 of Cups about? I don't pull out the cards when they trip out all together like that. In one card, 1 to 2 cards, what's this 3 of Cups about? In the external factors, what's this 3 of Cups about in the external factors? The first card to tell me what it's about, second card to clarify the first. Show me. So the 3 of Cups is about an Empress. Sometimes this is pregnancy celebration, for example, or this is like a baby shower or something like that. But it's almost like there's gossip or there's some form of talk here with the 3 of Cups energy. And it's about the Empress. Empresses are about pregnancy, or they're about something new starting with that Empress. And yeah, it's about pregnancy. It's got to be. You've got an Empress and the Page of Cups energy. So it's almost like there's a communication or gossip. It looks to be about a pregnancy here. The Empress and the Page of Cups is pregnancy. Now, as a result of that energy, I think for some of you Taurians in relationships, you're feeling rather isolated with that 9 of Cups. And what's this 9 of Cups? 9 of Pentacles. What's this 9 of Pentacles about? What's this 9 of Pentacles about? The Ace of Cups energy. Alright, so this is all about new life, is the Ace of Cups conception. You might be feeling rather isolated because this conception, I don't know whether you guys are looking to terminate this pregnancy. 10 of Swords is the termination card and the Ace of Cups is the conception card. You get Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, Empresses, that type of thing, they represent pregnancy. You guys feeling rather isolated. It's all about, the isolation is all about terminating this pregnancy. I would say that some of you guys don't want to have to terminate a pregnancy here. I think that this is a pregnancy thing for some of you guys happening. It just feels that way to me with all the cards showing up, because the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups would more than likely be to terminate that pregnancy. Now, the reason for this is the King of Cups. What's this King of Cups about? What's this King of Cups about? The Knight of Swords. So I think that what we've got here is anger and an argument here. I think that this King of Cups, the root issue is about a person, a King of Cups, and I think that this person's showing up because they're quite angry. They've been quite abusive. They've been really angry, I think. I think that they've been quite restless. This person's showing up as being quite restless, probably quite abusive. Possibly because he wants to keep things the way things are with the Four of Pentacles. I'm getting the impression that you want a pregnancy, but this person doesn't want the pregnancy showing up here. And in the recent past, I think you guys have been taking a stand with this King of Pentacles energy. I think you've been working towards building some form of security concerning this situation. And why is this with the King of Pentacles energy? Well, I think that you're definitely, and you're showing us the Queen of Pentacles here, I think that you're definitely looking at becoming, you know, if you're female watching this, you're looking at giving birth. The Queen of Pentacles represents somebody who's very similar to Empresses. They're fertile. They want to give life. They want to give birth. This person's very interested in settling down and wants to be a mother. She wants children. So you guys, I think, with the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, have been looking to try and get this situation under control. You've been very much looking at the money situation. You've been looking at the finance, and you've been saying, I actually want, you've been taking it very seriously. You know, and you've been looking at the situation in a very, very traditional way and saying, look, I want to become a mother. I want to have this child. I think a lot of this reading is probably for females. I want to be a mom. I want to be a mom. You might be very abusive about this because you want to keep hold of the status quo with the Four of Coins. You might be very abusive because you're saying, well, what about the money? You might be because of greed, you want to keep things the way they are. But I'm saying, you know, Taurus is saying, but actually, look, you know, I'm being really sensible about this. I have looked into the financial aspects of everything. And I'm quite certain that we can make it work. I really want to do this. I want to be a mum. I want to have, you know, the relationship build strongly. I want to have security in this relationship. I want to have children. I want to have a nice life with you. What you're being challenged by is the moon. Okay, so let's have a look at the moon. What's this moon about? But this is why you don't want to have a termination, because this is the card of isolation. So sometimes when you get the Nine of Pentacles, this person's isolating themselves from something. All right, so Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This woman might be isolating herself from having a player coming into her life. You know, she's staying away from it. So you guys are isolating yourself from having a termination. I think that this person here wants. And I think that what's influencing this is the moon energy. And what's this moon about? What's this moon about? I think this is more about worries. What's this moon about? Temperance. Well, I don't think it's even worry. I think that you've just got a deep intuitive feeling that this thing can really come together with the temperance energy. This thing can be healed, and you can work through the difficulties. Temperance often means to work through a difficulty with a partner. There can be a compromise with temperance. But I think that this isn't about worries. I think this is a deep intuition with the moon energy that you guys can compromise on this situation with the temperance energy. So I think that there's a deep, deep feeling that you can compromise on this situation. You can get through the difficulty with the temperance energy. However, the most likely outcome will be the Three of Swords. And what's this Three of Swords about? What's this Three of Swords about? It's about the Sun. Okay, so I think that the most likely outcome will be, I'm not saying that you're going to terminate Three of Swords, because the Sun can also be a child as well. Okay, the Sun can also be a child. But also, I think that the Sun is really saying that the most likely outcome is there's going to be some disappointment here and some heartbreaking decisions that need to be made. Because I think it's all about the Sun. Clarity is more than anything. I think the clarity with the Sun energy is that you guys are being pushed and pulled. You're both heading in two directions. The Horses is what you are. All right, and the Charioteer that is steering you and this person, well, the Charioteer is probably the child. I think that the Charioteer is what's controlling the both of you. The both of you are being pulled in two directions via this child, for example. Where are we now? We're in the month, Cancer is the month of July, going into late June, so let's have a look. We're in June now. Okay, no, so June, July, August, September, October. So, yeah, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Okay, so it could even be earlier than that, really, with the child giving birth. But, no, I think that, you know, there's great clarity here with the Sun energy that this situation is tearing the both of you apart. And that's why you've got the Three of Swords showing here. That there's some, the most likely outcome is there. I'm not saying you're going to separate. Could be. Because there's clarity here that this child, it could be the child as well, the Sun energy is tearing the both of you apart. That giving birth to this child could tear the both of you apart. So there's I think that there is an opposition going on here around giving birth, around having a child. One of the partners, I think it's your partner, Taurus, for you guys in couples. And I don't expect a lot of thumbs up whatsoever at all, because these readings that I do are very specific. But I think that there is definitely the chance of being pulled apart here, this situation, because you guys don't want, I think with this 9 of coins, to terminate this pregnancy, the 10 of swords and the Ace of Cups. I think you don't want to terminate this pregnancy or terminate this relationship. The Empress and the Page of Cups are surefire pregnancy cards together, especially with that 3 of Cups as well. Tells you about pregnancy. So there's definitely, I think the external factors are about pregnancy. I think there's a discussion as well with the 3 of Cups going on here, showing up. Okay, I don't even think it's gossip. I think it's this can be a celebration over a pregnancy as the external factors, but I don't think it's that, because as a result of that, you are not looking at terminating this pregnancy. I think certainly there's been discussion maybe with this 3 of Cups, because sometimes this is baby shower, that type of thing, but this is agreement. I don't even think it's agreement at all. I think there's been a discussion with this 3 of Cups over the pregnancy, or over a pregnancy, and as a result of that, or, you know, if this isn't a pregnancy, you've definitely, I think, with the partner discussed it somewhere along the line, and as a result of that, you say there's no way that I would look at terminating this. But the root issue is that this King of Cups here has some pretty forceful ideas that he or she wants to keep things the way that they are. So even if you're not pregnant, I think that certainly, even if it's not pregnancy, it's almost like starting or developing something new within the relationship. It could be pregnancy, it could be getting married, it could be anything. It's certainly going to be a change in terms of your relationship for you coupled up Taurians. There's certainly some form of a change here happening in this relationship, but one of you wants to keep the status quo, and you, I think it's the partner, definitely wants to keep the status quo, and you, Taurus, are saying, well, no, actually, I'd like to build on this because I want to build this relationship. You've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles together. This should be a soulmate energy. Soulmates together is the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So in the recent past, you've really felt that this is, you know, even though somebody wants to keep the way things the way they are, it's not that just you just want to, it's not that even if this person wants to keep things the way they are and they don't want changes. I mean, this could be marriage as well, for example, looking at those cards. But, you know, you're definitely here not thinking about terminating this relationship or terminating the pregnancy or, you know, terminating whatever. But the root issue is because this person wants to keep things the same, and you're saying, well, no, we're soulmates, we're in it together. With these energies here, and I really would like to, if it's pregnancy, I'd really like to have a baby, I'd really like to build a family here. But what's influencing you is that you have a deep, deep belief, I think, with this moon energy, that situations, the temperance energy, you can make things work with this partner, and that's why you are very kind of reluctant with this 9 of Coins energy to terminate the relationship or terminate a possible pregnancy here. But the most likely outcome is that there are certain arguments here, I think, with this 3 of Swords, or there is, you know, there is discord, I would say, with the 3 of Swords in this relationship. Because I think if this is a baby with the Sun energy, it really is pulling the both of you in 2 directions. I think if this is anything to do with any type of new beginning within your relationship, it's definitely pulling both of you apart, because one of you wants one thing and the other one wants another. In the immediate future, you're going to experience the Star. And what's the Star about? What's the Star about? Well, it's good. There's great hope here, and that hope is within this new beginning. It's all about this new beginning. So you've got great hope here. There's healing and there's great hope. So things start to pick up sort of mid-July, because there's really excitement for this new beginning, especially if there is a baby here, okay, showing up. And I think that what you've experienced is justice. And what's justice about as an influence coming in? What's justice about with an influence coming in? Well, you'll experience justice. Now, justice is finally things starting to balance themselves out, things starting to feel more harmonious, and this is all about the Knight of Coins. This is about you guys working towards building, all right? But no, I don't think it's that, actually. I think that you get your answer coming in. I think that you have a flicker of some good luck coming here. But I think influences coming in will be this justice energy, and this is all about building for the future. Knight of Swords is causing a great deal of pressure with the 10 of Wands. seen this before, this combination. I think it was yesterday for somebody else. But I think that building for the future is going to cause huge pressure with the Ten of Wands, and that's why the Justice card of what you're experiencing is you get your answer here. Because as much as you guys will probably try and build something here, it's going to bring pressure, and you kind of, I think the partner starts to show this. I think the partner will start to show this. At first it will look like everything's good, but then suddenly you start to see things with this Justice card. You start to get your answers. Things start to become very clearer to you. And what's becoming clear is that working towards this future with the Knight of Coins, or maybe the partner being with this Knight of Coins energy, loyal and dedicated, is starting to put a lot of pressure with that Ten of Rods energy showing up here, resulting in sadness, depression, defeat, doubt with the Five of Cups energy showing here. Your hope would be the Wheel of Fortune. What's this Wheel of Fortune about? What's this Wheel of Fortune about? Well, your hopes are the positive changes. Now, that positive change is all about standing your ground, staying in there, staying along the path. No matter what is thrown at the both of you, it's staying in there with the Nine of Rods energy. Okay? Staying the course with this King of Swords. And I think this person shows as a King of Swords now because they seem to be quite detached as an individual. So this King of Swords is this King of Cups. But I believe it might be it doesn't have to be a water sign, it could easily be an air sign, but this person is showing up, I think, as a water sign for some of you guys. But you are hoping for positive changes if you can stay the course with this King of Swords, this emotionally detached individual. The outcome shows it's the Two of Swords, and why is the outcome the Two of Swords in 2 cards? Why is the outcome the Two of Swords? Alright, you're in 2 minds. The Seven of Swords is about somebody who's being deceptive. The situation is about somebody who's being deceptive, causing worry. You're not sure whether you can trust this person, because you've got the worry card of the Nine of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is about the Nine of Swords. So you don't trust this person because you don't trust them. You don't trust that they're going to stand by you, I think, Taurus, in this reading. I think you don't trust somebody that's going to stand by you. It's interesting that that card as advice came up, because the advice is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Well, your bond might deepen. Your advice is to be open with one another. I don't see how the bond is going to deepen, though, in this reading, to be perfectly honest with you. Because what I'm seeing here, we'll quickly go through the reading again, is some form of discussion. And I think that this might be about pregnancy. This can be celebration over a pregnancy, okay? But it wouldn't gel here, because this King of Cups is why everything is happening. And I think that this person with the Knight of Swords is very, very opinionated with that Knight of Swords. And I think that he or she is, well, I think it's a he. I think that he is very, very, very forward with his ideas. And those ideas are, and I think he's not afraid to say them with that Knight of Swords energy. I think that this person's ideas are that he wants to keep things the way that they are. With the Four of Pentacles, this person doesn't want any changes or any changes to the status quo of this relationship. And that's why you've been discussing with the Three of Coins this pregnancy. The Empress and the Page of Cups is a pregnancy card. It's a pregnancy combination showing up here. I don't think that this is, I mean, it might be that there's been some form of a celebration. This can be a baby shower, that type of thing, but also a discussion over pregnancy as well. And as a result of that, you have said to yourself with the Nine of Coins, there's no way that I'm going to terminate this pregnancy. If it's not a pregnancy, then it's new beginnings. It's progressing this relationship further. But you have said there's no way that I'm terminating this relationship, or terminating, I think, more than likely this pregnancy, because the root issue is all about this person here, the King of Cups, who is ardent and who is 100% determined to keep things, the Four of Pentacles, the way that they are. Mainly for what he wants rather than what you want. Now, in the recent past, I think that you guys have been taking this very seriously. You've been trying to take control of the situation. And it's all about the Queen of Pentacles. It's all about settling down, nesting, developing a long-term relationship with a partner. And also in the recent past, you said, we're good for each other. You know what I mean? We complete each other. We're a perfect match. We should be building a proper family life together, because they are the traditional king and queen. They want family life. They want you know, a proper, and it might be in the recent past that though this person has said this, you have experienced with this person a really tight-knit, loving relationship where it has felt like you're on the right track together because you both want a life together. And I think what's influencing you is that you say, well, my intuition tells me that we can work through this, that we can manage this, that we can make things work with the temperance energy. And that's why if any of you guys are pregnant or talking about pregnancy, I would never terminate this pregnancy, because we can make things work. We are, after all, this King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. We are soulmates, so we can definitely make it work. But one of you is showing indifference to the situation, that you want to keep things the way that they are, and you don't want any additions to the family or any changes to the relationship, i.e. we've been seeing each other a long time but I don't want to get married, sort of thing. The most likely outcome will be that there's going to be some disruption, some discord within the relationship. I'm not talking about separation. It could be separation with the Three of Swords, but I certainly feel there'll be some disappointment here, because the situation is that if there's a child here, I think that both of you are being pulled in two directions concerning this child. I think if this is something to do with a new beginning in the relationship, taking it to another level, I think there's still, with this Chariot energy, discord in doing that, showing here. Okay, I think, you know, successful new beginnings bringing victory and success with the Chariot energy, there's going to be discord over that, whether it's a child or anything else that needs to progress within the relationship. I think briefly, maybe within the first 2 weeks of July, there will be some positive energy coming in, all right? You might feel that finally you've reached your goal, and that new goal is with the Ace of Wands, this new beginning, all right? It might be that there's some excitement around that. But I think that what you'll soon experience is your answer, justice. You will soon see. You'll soon get your answer, I would say, with the Justice energy, because what you'll find is that this King of Cups, aka King of Swords person here, will find working towards building this relationship, working towards this goal, is going to bring a great deal of pressure to this relationship, resulting in sadness and disappointment and a few tears. And I think that for some of you guys, what you would like is nothing more with the Wheel of Fortune energy than positive changes for the better, because this is all about you guys defending this King of Swords, or maybe even defending and saying, well, I can understand his ideas, his ideas. I understand why this person would think this way, or this is you guys who are determined to hold on, determined to hold on in the face of adversity, you know, to this King of Swords, to this person who's emotionally detached. You hope that, you know, over a period of time, this person's really going to change their way of thinking, and they're going to turn around and think how you think. But the outcome shows, I think, you guys being in two minds here. And I think the two minds are to do with you guys not trusting. There's the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords talks about underhandedness, deceit. The Nine of Swords causing a great deal of worry. So you don't trust this person. You can see the signs here. They say that they're excited after a little while, but then suddenly it's like they start to show signs of feeling very pressured, and it's starting to, in a way, make you guys feel very guilty. If this resonates with any of you guys, and it ends in you guys kind of thinking, shit, actually, I don't know about this person, because their behaviour with the Seven of Swords is making me feel very, very twitchy. I'm starting to worry that this person's deceiving me. They're not. They say here that they're okay with it now, but judging from their actions here, it's making me think I can't really trust them here. Don't know why that card showed up, because it says the advice is getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, you're deep bonded. I think that what this is it's saying that even though this person now seems to be turning their mind around to whether it's a new baby, whether it's progressing this relationship, maybe marriage, that type of thing, it is going to, you know, they're not really, they've shown that they're not 100% sort of adaptable to that here. They've said, actually, why do we need to do this? Why can't we just keep things the same? And I think it takes a lot for this person to then jump to this area here where things start to look up, where goals are being reached, where there's healing. And this is all about the Ace of Wands. It could be healing through sex, though, for example, because the Ace of Wands is sex. And if the Star card is about your relationship starting to heal, and it's all about the Ace of Wands, it could be sex, but it could also be the healing is occurring because right now there's growth in this situation. Things are starting to look up. Things are starting to manifest and grow and look healthy again with this Ace of Wands. But don't get me, this area here will be this area here. If this person really, their natural demeanour is to say, actually, I want to keep things the same, but then they start to change here, it's a brief thing, because then they're going to start, you're going to get your answer, because this slow movement to change is going to cause burden. So it might be that their slow movement to change, i.e. if you told your partner you're pregnant, Taurus, and that partner decides, well, I'm not buying anything yet, or decides I'm not going to do anything yet about it, and you're like, well, why isn't this person buying even a pair of baby booties or something like that? It's going to bring pressure and worry and fear and depression into the relationship. And therefore you're going to be like, I'm in two minds about this person, because I think that they're being deceptive, and it's their deception, or it's their kind of cautiousness with the Seven of Swords around changes in this relationship that is causing me worry. But the universe might be saying, well, don't jump too quickly to that. It might be that this person's just going to need time to adapt to the situation. Okay, so I think there is a partner here that needs time to adapt to something here, Taurus. And that's why you've got the getting to know each other card. As you reveal your innermost secrets, is it secrets? As you, innermost selves, to each other, your bond deepens. So at each stage of this situation, what you're going to find is that there are going to be peaks and troughs. The peak is here, but the trough is here. So you are going to find that there are going to be peaks and troughs in this relationship. At each stage of it, there will be peaks and troughs. But the universe is saying, well, just go with the flow. Because as you continue to unveil, at least this person has told you what they truly feel. At least they've not hidden it from you. But as you start to kind of, go through the stages, whether it's a pregnancy or whether it's, moving in together or whether it's getting married, as you start to go through that process together, you are going to have those peaks and troughs. And at each peak and trough, you're going to have to kind of just say, look, let's take a step back. This is how I'm feeling at the moment. Your bond will deepen. The more honesty that you have in this relationship with the partner, the more that your bond is going to deepen with them. So don't write them off straight away, because it just seems like you've got somebody around you who might just be finding it a little bit difficult to adapt to a situation right now. Okay, we're going to get on with your with your singles reading. Just bear with me. Okay, hi Taurus singles. So we are going to start your love reading, okay? So we're using the Witch's Tarot for your love reading and the Angel's Advice for, the Romance Angel, by Doreen Virtue for your advice card, okay? So we're going to put those to the side here and let's have a look what's going on for you guys. Let's get your advice card first. So Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have? Oopsie daisy. What is the advice that you have for Taurus singles? What is the advice that you have for Taurus singles for the month of July 2018? Show me. Okay, the advice is let your friends help you. Okay, so it says ask for and accept support from others. Some of you guys might be having a bit of a tough time of it kind of being single to a certain extent. So it's saying let your friends help you and your family, of course, okay? You don't have to go through whatever it is you're going through on your own, Taurus singles. We'll leave that out as reference for the reading, and we're going to start doing the reading now. Okay, so Universe Spirit, what is the situation going on for Taurus singles in their love lives in the month of July 2018? What is the advice going on for Taurus singles? What is the situation going on for Taurus singles in the month of June 2018? Show me. July, 2018. What's the situation going on for Taurus singles in their love lives in the month of July 2018? Show me. Okay, let's split the deck into three. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to collect that back up like so. And let's have a look. So need to put it around that way so you get to see what I've shuffled. We'll put that here. Present situation, or the situation for the month. The root cause of that situation, the recent past, this is a challenge or the influence position, most likely outcome, immediate future, first 2 weeks into July, who you guys are at the moment, what influences are coming in. Let's pull this down a little bit here, showing there. And that's your hopes or fears and the overall outcome. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side. We'll use clarifiers as and when we need them. So let's have a look. What's the situation for the month Well, the Three of Cups, this is all to do with partnerships, friendships, but because it's a love reading, the Three of Cups often represents usually agreements. It's the card that talks about soulmate unions as well, Taurus singles, but this can be friendships and groups of people, can be third-party situations as well. Now, what's influencing that Three of Cups? There's a magician here, so I think that this is a person. I think that what's influencing this is that magicians aren't great when they show up in love readings, because these people usually have, I find, a very short shelf life. This magician energy, this person orchestrates. Sometimes this person can orchestrate a whole world. So this person could be a narcissist, for example, when you get magicians. They often do show up as narcissists, to be perfectly honest with you. So this person can tell you a whole load of stuff. This person can come into your life and tell you how they want to build a life with you and have children, and then the next minute they change their mind. So I think this is usually an illusionist. So I think that this is a person that has come in. The root issue is all about a person that's come in and orchestrated this huge web. It could be a web of lies, or it could just be they've orchestrated this huge fantasy world for you, in which they tend to drag you in. I've been with such a person before. Now, in the recent past, as a result of that, you have finally found out the truth. The Ace of Swords is telling you that you've got the truth on this magician here. The magician, somebody came in and they orchestrated a whole web of lies, I think, and you found the truth out about this with the Ace of Swords. And what's influencing you right now, what's influencing the Three of Cups? I think this is friendships, is the energy for the month for you with the Three of Cups. What's influencing this is the Page of Cups, but this is new love. So I think that really this is all about... it's interesting the month is for you, because the Three of Cups, often when you get that in love, that's a partnership. So the focus might be on having a partnership, but the partnership will be with the magician here. I think that now this is about somebody you've been communicating with, okay? And I think that what's influencing this is that with the Page of Cups energy, there's a tendency to, this is a new relationship with the Page of Cups energy, but there's also, this is something that you've been fantasizing about and visualizing. The most likely outcome from this situation will be, well, it's new love, the Ace of Cups. It is a magician, so I'm not going to turn around and say this. I'll take that back. I don't think, we'll see anyway, but this is somebody that's come in and they have really, this is somebody who has great power and great control. And as a result of that magician, also magicians can show, you know, new relate or an attraction. So some of you guys have got an attraction going on, a magnetic connection with another individual with that magician energy. And as a result of that, I think the focus will be on maybe a partnership with this person, maybe feeling in sync with this person. We've got the Cup energy, so Cups always look for the positive outcome in readings, and the Three of Cups is all about having a partnership, a positive partnership with this person here, because I think that what's influencing this is that you guys have, you know, this is all about having a beautiful vision of love between the both of you. I think for some of you single people, you're doing a lot of communicating with this individual, and the most likely outcome is, but the most likely, be careful with the most likely outcome being with the Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is all about a new relationship. So the most likely outcome is it's a relationship for now. It doesn't talk about being a relationship for the future. It's a relationship for now. Okay. In the first 2 weeks of July, what you'll experience is the Chariot. Can be success, but it can also be being, you know, pushed and pulled on this roller coaster with this individual here. Right now, you are the King of Swords. So I think that you're quite cynical when it comes to love, because this area here is who you are. Okay, if you're single, I always read this as who you are. So you're showing as being, and how you feel about yourself as the King of Swords. I think that some of you guys are very kind of, not cynical, but very with this King of Swords. Yeah, slightly cynical about love, I would say, for some of you single Taurians, but also very practically minded, and also with the King of Swords, very much on your guard, possibly to the point of being quite suspicious. But that's why the energy around you for the month of July is all about partnering up with someone, because I think the root issue is that you've been very attracted to someone here with the magician energy. There's something new. If you look at the magician, he's orchestrating something new. So something new has come in with this magician card. You're very attracted to another individual, and I think you've been communicating with that person, and what's influencing you is you seem to share the same vision for love, which is why the focus is on partnerships. And I think that the most likely outcome will be that this is a relationship for now. Coming in you in the spirits, this Chariot. Don't want to say it's success just yet, but you're on the route to that. Influence is coming in. So this is the immediate future. You might go travelling with this person as well. Influence is coming in the first 2 weeks of July 2018. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. So I think the Wheel of Fortune, it's not so much about fate and it might be that there's destiny here. We'll see what this is, because there might be something that you're fated to get here with this Wheel of Fortune. Could also be with the Wheel of Fortune, things seem to be changing as well, because the Wheel of Fortune is a neutral card. So this can, if you've got an Empress, you might have a beautiful relationship with someone, then you get a Wheel of Fortune, it's going to change, and then you get the Devil afterwards, it's going to change to an abusive relationship, you know. So there's a change, I think, coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune. Fate is at hand, I think, as an influence coming in here. The fears, well, I think the hope is really just to manage this relationship, especially if some of you guys are really, really busy. What's the overall outcome from this situation? I think that things are a little bit in limbo here. I think there's a change coming in that leaves things a little bit up in the air and in limbo with that Hangman in the outcome. Let's get what this situation is about. So in the month of July 2018, you single Taurines are shown as being the King of Swords. Why is Taurus, single Taurus people showing as being the King of Swords? Show me. I think that you're very independent with this Nine of Coins energy. And also I think that you are, I think it's about you guys being very independent, but also I think with this Nine of Coins energy, that you're being very analytical. And this analytical energy of the King of Swords that you guys are exhibiting, Taurus, is about, with the Nine of Coins, being on your own, staying independent with this Nine of Coins energy. So this is more about protecting yourself. Because the Nine of Coins is a protection card. It deals with the themes of isolating oneself as well. You isolate yourself with the things that you've got around you. You don't need anyone else. So I think that you guys are showing this in terms of your love lives as being very, very analytical with this King of Swords. But the analytical energy of yourself, the cynical energy of yourself, is all to do with you guys needing to protect yourself, I think, with this Nine of Coins energy. Now, the reason that everything is happening is because of a Magician. What's this Magician about? What's this Magician about? A Seven of Cups. Okay, so I think that something new is starting, but this is all about choices when you get the Seven of Cups energy showing here. It might be that there is, I think that everything is happening because there's I think I'm going to read this as a person, the Magician. I think that this person, somebody who's got bags of charisma, has come in, and this person is showing as a magician because this person has a lot of choices. This person's got a lot of options. So I think that there's a very charismatic, very good looking, very beautiful, somebody who's got great gift of the gab, somebody who's got great communication skills, that's at the heart of all of this. And this person is showing us that because I think that this person is not only a great communicator, they've also got, you know, plenty of options around them. So there's a pretty, I would say with this Magician energy, somebody who's really kind of, you know, very charismatic, they're very powerful, and this person has, I think, power over others with the Seven of Cups. They're never short of having lots and lots of options. And I think that in the recent past, you guys have been communicating with this person. And what's this Ace of Swords about? What's this Ace of Swords about? All right, the Ten of Swords. I don't think it's about communication. I think that there's a realization here coming in. I think that because of this energy, you guys realize that this person, so this could be something that stabbed you in, someone that stabbed you in the back in the past. So it might be that as a result of that, because this person was so dynamic, remember magicians are dynamic, so I think in the past you guys did have a very dynamic person come in, this person showing as a magician because they had lots and lots of options, lots of choices, and I think that you realise that this person was probably betraying you with those choices that they had there. And what's challenging you, I think, now in this month is the Page of Cups. And what's this Page of Cups about? What's this Page of Cups about? Oh, the Six of Cups. Okay. So I think that what's challenging you this month is that some of you guys have a vision. It could be about the past, but I think that you've got a vision with the Page of Cups and a fantasy with that Page of Cups. And this is about having a relationship with the Six of Cups that's completely unconditional, that's completely honest, that's completely loving, which is what the Six of Cups is. But this is why you're experiencing the Three of Cups. What's the Three of Cups about? What's the Three of Cups about? Ah, sharing, Six of Pentacles. I think that you guys are experiencing with the Three of Cups maybe multiple partnerships. Maybe there is more than one person you guys are experiencing, and it's all about you guys. If you get the Six of Cups, Pentacles, it's playing the field. He's giving not just to one child but the other. So I think that you guys around the you single Taurians in the month of July will be experiencing playing the field with these two cards, this Three of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is sharing. It's giving not just to one person but another. It's paying attention to different people. It's playing the field. And the Three of Cups is about partnerships, groups. So you're experiencing groups in which I think with this Six of Pentacles you're just going to be playing the field. It could be around 3 people you're playing the field with, just getting to know different people basically, because the most likely outcome will be the Ace of Cups. And this is a new relationship, and what's the Ace of Cups about? What's the Ace of Cups about? Well, it's about the Nine of Swords. Okay, so I don't think this is a new relationship. I think the most likely outcome is that your cup is going to overflow with worry, with that Nine of Swords energy. And I think that that worry will be about finding a commitment. Alright, so I see some of you guys really worrying, because whenever I get this Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords, it reminds me of a cup overflowing. Look at the cup is overflowing, the Ace of Cups. What's it overflowing with? Worry. So it means a great deal. You're awash with worry, basically, over finding that long-term commitment. So I do see you guys as kind of playing the field here, single Taurians, okay? Because the root issue is all about, there was a magician. There was somebody that came into your life in the past. And they show as a magician because they were very dynamic. And they were very dynamic because they had control over many people, many things. But you came to realise that this person probably was betraying you. And I think right now you guys are highly kind of very protective, but highly analytical and highly suspicious in terms of love. But this is all about protecting yourself, because the root cause is somebody came into your life, had lots of options, and you realise that this person was probably betraying you. And what's challenging you this month is that you are fantasising about finding your soulmate with the Six of Cups. So therefore the energy around you for the month is all about group, you know, meeting up with different people, socialising with different people, and kind of just playing the field. But you will be, the most likely outcome for some of you single Taurians is you're going to be awash with worry over finding that long-term commitment, that person you can invest with or invest in for the future. Coming in, you've got the Chariot. Could be a Cancerian person. Somebody's coming in, I think, here. What's this Chariot about? What's this Chariot about in the first 2 weeks of July? It's about work. Some of you guys might be travelling for work, for example, because the Chariot is travel and the Eight of Coins is work. So it might be that some of you guys are travelling, going on a business trip or travelling for work, and influences coming in will be the Wheel of Fortune. And what's this Wheel of Fortune about? A Queen of Pentacles, Taurus. That's interesting, because I think that the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who you meet. So I think that you are on this travel, on this trip. It might be that you're destined, you're fated to meet this Queen of Pentacles. Now, this Queen of Pentacles, if you're a man, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual. If you're a female, then I think you're going to meet somebody with those qualities. If you're bisexual, it could be that you meet a woman or a man, whatever it is. If you're lesbian, then it could mean, you know, if you're gay, then you meet, you know, somebody with those qualities, okay? But either way, you're destined to meet, I think, with this Queen of Pentacles energy, somebody with these qualities, the qualities of what you've been looking for. You've been looking for that soulmate, and what better soulmate to have than a Queen of Pentacles, male or female, somebody who really does want to settle down, raise a family, possibly get married in the future. They want a traditional relationship. I think you're going to meet somebody like this. Now, hopes or fears of the Two of Pentacles, and what's this Two of Pentacles about? What's this Two of Pentacles about? A King of Cups. Okay, so your fears will be kind of, whenever I see the Two of Pentacles, it means instability, unstable emotions. Your feelings will be, I think that your fears will be feeling unstable emotionally about this person, maybe. I don't think this is a person here, the King of Cups, but it might also be your fears are going to be kind of, with this Two of Pentacles, juggling. Could be juggling two relationships between this Queen of Pentacles and a King of Cups, especially if you're playing the field here, all right? It might be the fears are, or it could be that you're hoping just to juggle between these two people just to see what it is that you want. But the overall outcome is the Hanged Man. And what's this Hanged Man about? What's this Hanged Man about? The Four of Wands. I think that really what you're doing, the overall outcome will be not surrendering, but just putting on hold really kind of, you know, getting together with this person with the Four of Wands, because the Hanged Man in the outcome can sometimes think that, say that there's a blockage here, or you're putting something on hold, or something is put in suspense, or put on hold. I think the outcome is you guys putting on hold, you know, with this Four of Wands energy, really getting together with this individual with the Four of Wands, okay? And I think it's because you're looking for, with that Fool energy, seeking an opportunity to find your soulmate with the Temperance energy. I mean, I think that you, out of the blue, you meet someone who does fit that criteria. But I think overall, because your fears are, well, what if I'm juggling? What if I need to, you know, my fears are, well, what if I'm not certain, Two of Pentacles, about how I feel about this person here? They seem to fulfill everything, but I'm just not certain whether they're the right person. Or maybe your fears are, well, what if I'm still kind of juggling between this person here and this person here? So I think that you put this project, Four of Wands, with this individual on hold, okay? Because what you're seeking with this Temperance energy is, what you're seeking with the Fool is temperance. You're seeking the perfect soulmate. You're seeking the perfect balance, the person that brings perfect balance into your life. Okay, seeking the perfect balance. For some of you guys, it might be that you're seeking a free spirit, like yourself, for example, to a certain extent. If you are a free spirit. Temperance is Sagittarius, and Sagittarians can be known as free-spirited people. So maybe you're seeking somebody along those lines as well. I think you've met someone. There could be one or two people around you, and it might be that you're undecided about either of them, or you've met someone and you're just not sure how you feel about them. Your fears might be uncertainty over how you feel. Feelings is the King of Pentacles, and uncertainty is the Two of Pentacles. So it might be your fears are to be uncertain over how you feel about this person. They seem to fulfill the criteria, but it's not 100%, I think, what you want. I do think you're going to meet someone, but I think that because you are so analytical over relationships, and it's to do with having to protect yourself, some of you guys protect even your assets. It could be that somebody tries using you for money, for example, in the past, that you are very cautious about who you let in. But the universe is saying, single Taurians, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Alright, so it might be that you are overly suspicious or overly cautious, and I think in that situation that you just really need to let your friends help you. You need to just let people in, okay? If you are feeling worried about your love life, you are feeling worried about finding the one, just go for and ask for support from friends, because I'm sure they'll be more than willing to give it. Alright, that is your singles and couples reading, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll be back with your general readings. Take care, bye-bye.